The find method is one of the popular methods in JavaScript, and all it really does, it finds an element in an array. And I'll show you exactly how it works and also how to implement your own find function so that you'll know exactly how it works under the hood. Let's get right into it. Let's say I want to find a Ford in my array of cars. Here's how I do it. I define a variable, that's going to store the result of the find method. And what goes inside of that method is a function that's applied to every single element of my array until what I'm looking for is found. So here's how you can think about it. The find method starts running. It takes the first element, my Honda Civic year 2002, and it passes it inside of my function. And here, inside of this function, this element is known as car. And car.make has to be equal to Ford. Unfortunately, the first element's make is Honda. So then the find function goes to the second element, Toyota. Well, is Toyota equal to Ford? No. So then it goes to the third element. The third element's make is Ford. Ford equals Ford. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to console log my Ford variable. And you can see here, this is exactly what I was looking for. Now let's take a look inside of this function. This is still doing the same thing. All I did, I just added the return keyword, but the behavior is still the same. I'm still getting my Ford escort. So now let's see exactly what's going on inside of this. I'm going to console log my car. And let's see what happens. And I'm going to get rid of this one. So remember when I said that when the find function starts running, it takes the first element and then does whatever you define here, right? So here's what happened. The first element, it's Honda Civic. I took it and I compared it to my criteria here. Honda is on Ford, so we moved on. The second element, Toyota, was again compared to Ford. Not what we're looking for. And finally, we took Ford, and Ford is Ford. That's what I was looking for, and that's what was returned. Notice that the function didn't go further. It didn't compare Toyota to Ford. So this is crucial because find returns you the first element that meets your criteria. That's why I'm going to change Ford to Toyota. So here's what I mean. I changed my criteria from Ford to Toyota, and what I got in return here is Toyota Corolla. So the second element in my array. Notice that the fourth element was not returned. And now we're going to implement our own find function. So here's how I did it. I defined a function called myFind, where the first argument is an array that I want to look through for an element. And the criteria function is the function that's going to be applied to every single element. So here I have my for loop, a good old for loop that's iterating over every single element of my array that I pass in. Then what happens is I apply my criteria function to my element. So here's how I use it. I take this function and applied it to every single element until the result is true. So in this case, until the car.make equals to Ford. If it's true, if my car make is equal to Ford, I'm returning my element. And now let's see the result of this function. So here I got my Ford. So this function works exactly the same as the built-in find function. Well, but just to be sure, let's take a look if I'm going to find the proper Toyota car. And I should probably rename it those to Toyota. And get rid of this too as well. Okay, saving, and I got my Toyota Corolla, which is, if you remember, is the second element. and not the fourth one. So the fourth one was not returned. It was not included because the first Toyota that was encountered was Toyota Corolla. And this is exactly how the find function works. Now, if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs. Currently, we are at 150. So please, if you like my content and you want to see more of it, please support me. And you can do that by simply clicking a like and a subscribe button. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.